Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 and giving my opinion about the entire situation. We've got some random Animal Crossing New Horizons gameplay in the background. And yeah, there's a lot to talk about in terms of this whole bombard of internet talk and everything regarding the Nintendo Switch 2, from the insane prices of the games to how the system's going to run to all of the accessories. A lot of people have been asking me what is my opinion about it because a lot of you do know I am a big Nintendo fan, always have been. But that doesn't necessarily mean I agree with everything they do. So let's just get that clear. I don't agree with everything they do. And personally, I think this is a major L on their path. Now, don't get me wrong. I watched the Nintendo Direct presentation where they showed off Mario Kart World, they showed off Donkey Kong Bonanza, Metroid, all that kind of stuff, and the games look great. I will sit there and say they look fantastic. Visually, they look beautiful. I'm sure they're going to run hopefully just as well as they look. But the main issue for me and a lot of people is the prices of the games. Now, we all thought that GTA 6 and a bunch of other games were going to be the ones to come in and show us this big fat price tag that we've all been waiting to see. And, well, we couldn't have been more wrong. It was Nintendo who actually came out and showed us that big fat price tag. So, some of you might not know what I'm talking about. Excuse me. And for those who do, then let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. But Mario Kart apparently is going to be $80, and then the physical edition will be $90. I believe Donkey Kong Bonanza is priced around $65 to $70. And it depends on the game and how big and popular it will be. I feel like they're anticipating Mario Kart World to be their big thing, hence why it's a release date launch title. And Donkey Kong Bonanza comes out a month later, 17th of July, if I remember correctly, and a bunch of other games as well. So, my point being is I don't agree with them raising the prices like this for the games. Now, don't get me wrong, there are people out there that can afford it. I can afford it. I'm sure maybe one or two of you can as well. Sure, for those people, it doesn't really matter. But for the majority of people that are young, that might have a hard time finding work, that I don't know, you might be not be able to work because you're a teenager or you're a kid that wants to play Nintendo, blah blah blah, or whatever, or you're simply an adult that just can't afford it. It is a bad marketing move. You want to keep your customers interested, and Nintendo have just kind of gone, yeah, we'll focus on the people that can afford it. And I believe recently there was a not presentation but a whole video regarding the head of Nintendo talking about the changes and stuff like that. I think it released like 1 or 2 days ago. So basically Doug Bowser came out and said, look, if you can't afford Nintendo Switch 2, stick with the Nintendo Switch 1. I'm sorry, but you can't really say that. That is a bad idea. And I understand people's frustrations because not everyone can afford this, and it is a big jump from the 50, 60 pound slash dollars that we're used to all the way up to like 80, 90. Now, a lot of people have been saying, is this the brand new price tag for other games on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, whatever? Honestly, we have to wait and see. We knew this was coming. I feel like other games like GTA 6, like I've mentioned at the start, have built that anticipation of, oh, this is going to be the next big game. That is going to be the price tag. And we all knew deep down at some point the prices were going to jump again. But I don't think people expected it to be this soon and by this much. And I think that's what's caught people off guard. Now, I'm gonna sit here and try and be as non-biased as possible, as much as I am a Nintendo fan. Do I think it's worth the money? I do, but not entirely. On that fence. I still think there are one or two things that they need to clean up on. First of all, apparently there is a special button on the Joy-Con of the Nintendo Switch 2 that you need to pay for. And if you don't pay for it, it is a button on your Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con that will basically be useless. Yeah, apparently it's like a C button. It captures gameplay or your face or something like that. I don't really know. But why on earth they are charging for game chat, I don't know. You don't see Xbox doing that. You don't see PlayStation doing that. You can still talk to people offline on those as well, and it just baffles me how the Joy Cons look pretty much the same, right? The Joy Cons look the same, and but they're charging for a tiny little button that pretty much does nothing. If you're not interested in game chat, if you're a person like me that likes to play solo, that likes to just chill and maybe stream every once in a while, you're not going to be bothered by that C button. Now that brings me on to my next point: is the accessories. Sure, if you're interested in the camera, in the Joy-Con extras, and the steering wheel, sure, go for it. I say buy them, but maybe wait for the prices to drop. I've seen the camera priced at $50. I've seen the steering wheels close to $70, and to be honest, I'm really not bothered by them. I'm gonna buy the bare minimum. I've got myself the console, maybe one or two games, and the micro SD. That is it. I'm not gonna be buying another camera. I've already got one here that works fine. I'm not going to be buying Joy Cons. I'm just going to be using the ones that come with the console in the first place until they break, obviously, which is probably never going to happen. The flipping, what else is there? The steering wheel. I never used the steering wheel when it was free back on the Nintendo Wii for Mario Kart, so I'm never going to use it here. The only one that I might make an exception for, only if the price drops, is the Nintendo GameCube controller. Now, that is another video entirely, but quickly, the Nintendo GameCube emulator, I think is fantastic. I've been waiting to see Nintendo GameCube games come back into a better version. I'm going to be playing Pokemon Colosseum, Pokemon XD. I've never played that one before. Pokemon, all the other games, Luigi's Mansion. I'll be playing that. Mario Sunshine. I'll be playing that. It's going to be fantastic. But for the accessories and the bonus bits, I honestly do recommend that you wait. The prices on those things are ridiculous, and people have seen footage of these accessories in play. I'm speaking more particularly about the camera and the C button on the Joy-Con from this past presentation from Doug Bowser this past day or two, and people have been complaining about how it looks. It looks laggy. It doesn't look like it runs well. The footage it picks up is not the cleanest in the world, and you're paying what over $50 for something that is basically a tin can with a bit of wire attached to it. Now, I'm not saying that, don't give it a try, but definitely wait for the prices to drop. Don't spend that amount on those accessories. I think that's the point where I've drawn the line. I've gone, yeah, I'll buy the console, I'll buy the games, but the accessories, I'm really not bothered. I've got stuff here that works perfectly fine, and why waste money? So, honestly, overall, yes, I will be buying the console because I'm a Nintendo fan. Yes, I will be buying the games. But for those people that are, waiting for pre-orders, especially in America and Canada as well, I know a lot of stuff is going on over there at the moment. I apologize. It must suck completely. With the whole tariffs thing, I don't know what's going on because obviously I live in the UK. I don't know anything about the tariffs or USA politics or whatever. But whatever is going on, I'm sure. Well, I hope actually. I pray that somehow it cleans up for you guys and you get to play these games at some point because it just sounds like a absolute mess that nobody wants to deal with. But regarding the whole Nintendo Switch 2 situation, I disagree with the pricing. I don't think it was a good move on their behalf. Yes, focus on people that play your games, but don't forget those who, want to try out your games as well, because that could definitely help you grow. But hey, at the end of the day, as far as I'm aware, Nintendo never really cared about many people. They tend to just focus on a group of people and those that can afford their products and stuff. And I'm sure there's a lot of other videos about out there like this as there is, but hell, I just wanted to give my opinion about the situation. So, yeah, I'll be streaming the games on the channel if you guys want to see the games first before you make a decision. Whenever they drop, obviously in June, July for Mario Kart and Donkey Kong Bonanza. Be sure to stick around if you guys want me to, check out those games and stream them and stuff. That way, it will give you guys an idea if you want to, check out the games for yourself eventually, and whenever you guys decide to, buy it or not. So, yeah, keep an eye out on the channel. I will be streaming the games at some point and giving my honest reviews about them as well. So thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm sure this is like the millionth video that people have uploaded regarding this topic, and I just wanted to give my opinion about it as well. So have a good rest of your day, and be sure to stay safe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.